Okay, it's Miss Renee, and I'm getting ready for my day. And so, I don't know how many of you know this about me, but I have been studying the habits of millionaires for years. Because if you want to become something, you have to study it, right? So, I just posed my husband a question today. I said, are poor people stupid? And the reason why I asked that is because how come people at least act like they don't know what they doing wrong, or if something is wrong at all? Because see, one of the things about me when I was growing up is I didn't have the information, but I knew something was wrong. I'm like, it's gotta be some information out here that I could get to where um I could better my situation and just better myself as a person as a whole. And it was it's I'm still in the process. Um so I'm trying to, I knew something was wrong. I grew up not dirt poor, but my mother had me when she was 16. So, life was a little bit rough. My father wasn't around. And, but as I grew up and I started seeing the difference between my life and other people's lives, and I knew that I wanted, different things and I wanted more for myself. And I'm like, well, what's the difference between rich people and poor people? That question has always been on my mind. Like, not that I thought they was better than me. I'm just wondering how y'all get that money. Like, how is it that y'all, going on vacation and driving these nice cars and living in these nice houses? And the people I know, were just making it, just surviving, barely eating, and so as time went on, I started to recognize why, you know, why I didn't have nothing. I ain't gonna even talk about nobody else. I'm gonna talk about myself and say I started to recognize the habits in my life. I'm like, oh, that's why you ain't got nothing. Cause this what's going on with you. You sleeping all day. You wake up in the morning getting high. You know, um, your boyfriend, you choosing the wrong people to hang around. Your life is just about having fun, and you're not focused on nothing. So that's when I, got up and started going to college and finished hair school, and I started bettering myself a little bit at a time. But I realized there was something wrong, and I was getting very frustrated because I didn't have the information to make new decisions. But I knew something was wrong, and I'm like, I gotta be doing something wrong. I gotta be doing something wrong. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. Because the things that I want out of life, I don't have them. And I'm like, how do you get them? Like, it became a ongoing fire that lit up under me, that was just like, I don't accept being poor. I don't accept this. I don't feel like, I have to be poor. Like, who said I have to be poor? And I just don't know how to get this money. So my question, like I said in the beginning, is are poor people stupid? And are rich people smart? I don't know. I mean, this is a legitimate question. I really wanted to ask this question to see what y'all have to say about it. Why don't poor people know that they poor because of their habits, or because of the people they hang around, or because they're not searching for the answers to their questions? I mean, why do they accept being poor? Because it just seemed like people done settle down into their poorness, and just, and they angry, and it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot. Okay. It is a lot. And I'm just like, I'm thinking about myself when I was in that situation. I was on Section 8. I was you know I mean, I still ain't moved up all that much, but my thing is, I realized that, you know, something has to change. That something has to give. Like, been working on it. I've been basically self-taught, because, and that's another thing. Like, we live in an era now where you don't have to go to college. You do not, baby. You could go on YouTube and learn how to build a bomb. Okay. It's like, seriously, so much information out here that, I mean, everybody, the smart people that actually went to school and learned how to do stuff, they doing videos. So it's like, you don't even gotta go to school no more. You can learn anything you want to learn. And I'm like, why are poor people still poor, especially in this age? Because there is so much information, there's so much opportunity. If it wasn't true, then we wouldn't even have this issue about all these people coming over the border, because they know. Baby, they done got the news about the United States, and they are killing themselves to get over here to have the opportunities that we have. And we just sit here like, we sit here laughing at them on watching the news and stuff. And then when they do get here, you be wondering how a person that came over here on a boat with nothing but their clothes on and no money in their pocket, how is they standing behind a gas station saying, how can I help you? How much gas do you want? And now they don't work there. They own the gas station. Like, wait a minute. You just came over the border 3 years ago, and now you own the gas station? But we've been living here all our, why? I'm just saying, what's wrong with the people that live in the United States? The people who begging online, the people that's standing outside, like, how come we not aware of all of the opportunities, all of the food that's being given out free, all of the clothes that's being given out, and all that kind of stuff? Why are we not aware? What we doing? What are we doing in the United States? What I'm just asking, and this is a legitimate question. I know y'all think I'm crazy, but I'm just asking, are poor people stupid? Poor people are talented, which is a point my husband made. And he like, hey, I see a lot of talent in the hood. Okay, so why you still poor? Can y'all help me out? Answer me this. Why are poor people in America still poor? Are they stupid? You let me know.